company is basically what we've been looking for, having a market share in all categories and all niche market, because earlier we've been concentrating, focusing on the premium market, but now we decided as the middle income growth is there and Kenyans incomes are growing, we would like to launch many products for their categories. So if you say overall our market shares in premium last year has grown by 3% and middle sectors have grown by 10%.
Mm-hmm. In a context where we've got consumers still under significant pressure, pricing is imperative, but you've also got rising input costs to contend with. So with that being the case, to what extent can you ensure competitiveness from a pricing perspective?
Yeah, it's a challenge at the moment. I think that the way the raw material prices is going up, it's been really keeping us on our toes. But what we've been trying to do is we've been looking for improving our processes. We're looking for internal efficiencies. We've been following the best practices of Kaizens to make sure that we improve our productivities and try to maximize return on man and machines. But particularly the factor which is raw material, increasing raw material prices at the moment, we are able to pass on the price increase to the market, because market also understand that the raw material prices have been growing up. If the globe oil price is going up, normal customer understand and they accept the price increase. So far is a heavy stiff in the price increase, we are able to pass on to the customers.
Just how much pricing power do you have? Are you able to pass on the full extent of the raw material price increases that you're incurring?
Of course, not all. I think what we see whether what the best we can able to do it, how much we can able to sustain. Like when the price raw material going by 30–40%, we generally take the increase of 15 to 20%. Like our last, if you see the first quarter, most of the raw material prices gone up by 20–25%. Even certain raw material more than 30%. But we could able to take increase of 17%, and rest of the process we have been working on our processes and production efficiency to maintain our profitabilities. And so far the first quarters we could able to sustain the market pressures, and we can able to make a reasonable profit. So there's no problem at the moment.
Of course, simply creating awareness, is one of the big issues to consider as well, as you focus on increasing your sales volumes while operational efficiencies improve. Just what kind of branding campaign are you embarking on at this stage?
I think for the branding, the most important thing that as a Crown Paints, being a brand leader in this country, we believe that we transform people's life through colors, because if there's no colors, there's no life. If you have a black and white, there's no life. So that's why I believe in we're running a transformation campaign, and I'm glad to say that last year we won the best award, best marketing campaign award for Kenya, from Marketing Society of Kenya. So at the moment we've been focusing on educating customers. We recently launched call centers and information centers to educate the customers about the paints, and we've been launching innovative and new products for this market. And we make sure that by bringing innovations and educating customers and introducing the transformation campaign, we can able to do better branding in this Kenya.
The ordinary person would question the merit of a call center for a paint maker and an industrial player. Just how do you see that risk or that return on investment actually filtering through there? What's the motivation behind a call center?
I think what we have our own shops, supermarket, where many customers would like to come and buy paints directly from our shops. And when they ask a lot of questions to our sales people, and then we collect a lot of details. What happened, all walking customer in supermarket, they have been asked to fill some questionnaires and to put in our suggestion box, and we pick the questions, and then we learn that most of the customers have been misguided, have no information about paints, because they don't use paints every day. They use once in 3 years or 5 years, and they're being misguided, and the money which they spent on the paints, it's never value for returns. So that's the motivations. We believe that the market dynamics are changing, lifestyles are changing, and paints play a very bigger role in changing the lifestyle of people.
Well, we'll be assessing the impact the startup of that call center actually has on the bottom line come your next financial earnings report. In the meantime, all of this happening in the face of what kind of local competition? I mean, we've been hearing mention of increased rivalry in the paint market, specifically from Basco and Satterland Paints.
Yeah, I think competition is going to be there always. Any market, if you walk, I think competition is always healthy for the market and for the consumers. So, but we believe that we have a capabilities producing the quality paint and able to give value-added services to our clients, and we to make sure that we are stand extraordinary differently from our competitors. That's the reason where no one has thought about opening a call centers, and we've been thinking of starting a call centers, and we also have started a value-added services of applying and supplying paints that many customers have issues of how to apply a paint. So we are also helping them to apply paint at their home.
Well, Rakesh, that's very much the development on home ground in Kenya specifically, where we've got companies increasingly looking at increasing their regional footprint. What's your regional strategy? And we've heard rumorings of potential for cross-listing also emerging.
Yeah, I think we have started our operations in Uganda 3 years before, so that market is where we've been established as we are selling as a brand is a Regal Wear. We are looking for a Tanzania market, that's probably this year. In fact, we've been exporting to all countries. We've been exporting to 10 major countries in Africa. And now we've been looking for putting up the manufacturing facilities. But now, since the COMESA benefit we have and there's no duty to exporting the paints to all our COMESA countries, I think we have been major focusing on enhancing our manufacturing capacity in Kenya and Mogadishu factories, and we would like to export to all other countries. In fact, so far the quality paint demand is there and is increasing day by day in all East Africa, and most of the professional sectors like quantities and quantity survey and architects, they approve a brand because most of the architects are practicing from Kenya and doing project in all East African countries. So they all looking for brands and from Crown, and which help us to improve export on these countries.